I have waged war on the squash bug and the squash vine borer as well. But I've kind of lost the squash vine borer in a couple ways, and I've been losing to this squash bug, but no more.
Welcome back to Garden and Grease, where our channel is all about our backyard homestead, the gardens, preserving our harvest, the animals of the homestead, and our family. Thank you for coming along on this adventure.
All right, so I've had to actually pull a couple of my zucchini and crookneck squash plants out of the ground. They were just done. Squash vine borer has taken out my zucchini and actually one of my winter squash varieties. And these squash bugs, I have been hand picking and spraying with soap, water, out of control. I mean, mind you, I can't come out every day. I work a full-time job, and it's been really hot. When it's like 100 degrees, I just do not want to go and spend my time in zucchini plants that are already scratchy to be around and picking all these bugs. So I didn't get to as much as I should have, and I'll never let that happen again. Let me show you. The crookneck squash that I had here is now in there. It was so covered in these squash bugs that I was fed up and I was done with it, and it had gotten the vine borer, which I need to pull the rest of that out. So it got the double whammy really hard. Now this crookneck is still looking really good, and I've been able to manage. As I say that, do you see that squash bug? I literally squash them. He's behind. Oh, there he is. Almost. Here's a big one. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I got him. Oh, I lost the bud. Oh, okay. Done. Oh, I got that guy. Like, literally, when you kill them, it's like green nastiness comes out of them. Yeah, he's done for. Let's see if we can find any more. I look on the underside of the leaves to see if I see eggs. If I see eggs, I wipe them off, or I use duct tape to get them off. Okay, look. If you can see from here, there is one over there. We're gonna go get him. Can you see? It's hard to zoom. There, right there. Ooh, I see one on a string over here. Ooh, got you, sucker. Whew, guys, this is a battle. Next year, I'm gonna wage war way earlier in the year, and I'm gonna be relentless. All right, about a week ago, I cut out the one zucchini plant and replanted 2 seeds. One has popped up. A couple weeks, well, about a month before that, I put one in knowing that I was having a problem with the vine borer, so I put another one in. Here's my bucket. Had to use it yesterday. Yesterday I really started to go to town, and I put dish soap water in there, and I was throwing them in there, and then I just started smashing. When I get a leaf that was really just covered, I would cut the leaf off and submerge the whole leaf in the soapy water. Okay, so these are my winter squash. This one climbing, you can see, it had a squash going. And then the whole thing started looking really yellow. And I don't come back here as much. To the back side of the yard. Do you see this? Squash vine borer. I'm gonna try to dig inside there. Literally with like a knife and some tweezers and try to get the borer out. I'm gonna try to save this one and see if I can find the borer in there and get it out, and hopefully it's not too late. Half of that is looking really bad and the other half is still nice and green, and that's my delicata. So I do have one on there surviving. Okay, so there's some things I'm gonna do different next year, and I am going to stay vigilant and keep this war going strong for the rest of this year. I let it go for a good month, and in that month it was just the worst I've ever seen. I used to be able to grow zucchini like it was a weed. I didn't have to bother. I never bothered. I never even pruned them or did anything. I just would like let them go. And I would have so many zucchini I didn't know what to do with. Like I said, they were like a weed. I could just have a couple plants and feed like an entire community. But this year, not the case. So going into next year, I am going to do some research, and I've already done some, and I'm finding different squash varieties that might be better for me against the vine borer. So at least I can try to reduce that problem. I think squash bugs, no matter what, are going to be a problem for me. So I'm just going to be vigilant and wage this war early and keep it going. My problem is I wasn't picking the eggs off enough and tending to that. And when they hatched, they just went insane. So I should not have let up on my egg hunting and removal like I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had such a huge problem right now to deal with. But at least I've started more seeds. There's more seeds in the ground that haven't even sprouted yet. And I still have about 80 days, I believe, till our last frost date. So that's enough time for me to get a little bit of a harvest going. And like I said, next year I'm going to be planting varieties that are resistant to the squash vine borer. So fingers crossed, next year I'll have a more productive squash season. All right, guys. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps our little channel out big time. And hit that like button and share. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.